now been released to the feds. So, but look, that's what I'm saying. Like, how much time did he have with the feds? Because he may not, you know what I mean, be coming home still. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they say he was granted parole
with the state, but he was released
to the feds. To the feds. Okay, so.
But they said his sentence was running concurrent. So, depending on the amount of time he have left in the feds, that's the question. How much time do we have left in the feds? You know what I'm saying? So, and if he only got 40 years in the feds, and say he been gone 35 years,
right? And if they run concurrent,
they're gonna release him,
right?
Maybe they just got him to process him out. I don't know. Maybe that's one of those things. I'm not sure. But what if this could be one of those things where he turned activist? Like, you know what I mean? And it could do some good and he can help, you know, the youth.
You think that's the case?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well,
but look, and I'm not using this as an excuse. And you said, what year is this when this happened?
What, the shooting?
Yeah.
1988.
So 1988, can you remember what was going on in 1988 as far as the black community, hip hop community with law enforcement?
Because that was a crack epidemic.
Right. So, and then you got to remember, this was around the time when cops was running those things to people's doors, those tanks. Remember? This was around those years, right?
Yeah.
So I just think that, look, we had stop and frisk, you know what I mean? All those things, you know. I think that probably may have played a part in, you know what I'm saying, what happened. I mean, but I just don't know if he may not be the man he once was if the state granted him parole. True. I mean, so but he can't change.
He was granted parole after February 23rd hearing and was released to the state custody and into federal custody on April 5th. The State Department of Corrections and Community Service said in a statement, the feared drug lord's federal sentencing for conviction of drug racketeering and murder racketeering charges run through 2026.
So that's why I said, so he may have 4 or 5 years left. Well, guess what? 2026, what's this, 2022? So 4 years, he'll be out in a little bit. You know, he'll be out.
That date had some fearing that paroling him from his state sentence might lead to him getting out soon. A retired detective who worked on the Byrne case said it would be outrageous for Nichols to be let loose. His crew was responsible for the assassination of police officer Edward Byrne, the detective said. Cops who dealt with Nichols and his crew in the 80s said he should not breathe one day of freedom.
Right. And these are the same cops that stand with their blue brothers when they're killing people. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
When those kills, when they kill and they're you know, unrighteous kills. Right. And a stand up and a march. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like one of those things. It's like look, it's two sides to a coin.
And you know, I just want to commend you.
There's two sides
because
to a coin.
That's the perspective that you have to look at this from. That's the lens that we have to look at this through. Right. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of, because they paint these narratives in the media to make some of these people seem like the most inhumane people ever to walk the planet. Mm-hmm. While their sins go brushed up under the table.
Go unpunished.
Go and unpunished on top of that. And as many officers here, and we're not sitting here condoning the death and sanctioned hit of Officer Byrne.
No,
that was absolutely a tragedy.
It was because he lost his family. I mean, look, family lost him, children, wife. I mean, look, it's what happened.
And then at the end of the day, you know, how much time is enough time? There is no way that Fat Cat is the same person he was 35 years ago. You talking about 35 years of time.
And that's all I'm saying.
Who stays the same for 35 years? And if the system is indeed rehabilitating folks, you know, depending on the crime. You know what I mean? Life without parole, life punishment, or whatever, however you want to word it. It doesn't take that to rehabilitate a man.
Right. It doesn't. I'm living proof of that. It doesn't.
Right. So
it doesn't. So I just think, man, look, sometimes, like I say, because that's the only perspective I can look at it for. Because as a young man, when you're young, and how old is he now? I mean,
that man got to be in his 60s.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, look, I just don't see the man getting around going looking for trouble. And if the state seem fit to release him, I think that people should just lay off, let the man, you know what I mean? Let the man, live his life, man, and try to correct, what he was done, because obviously he's been doing something.